Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello friends, welcome to Entri. I am Mirza, your quant educator, and today I have brought you some very important news regarding your current affairs. Look at my title. The title says that India enters into technical recession for the first time. And it's not just like a newspaper headline, it's an RBI report and it's an important one. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to understand what is technical recession is and how India enters into it. There are several factors. One major factor is that the pandemic situation. But what are the other technical data? I have put all the details in this video, so you need to understand the video and you need to understand the current situation of our country as well. So let's move on and let's see what the situations are like. India has technically entered into a recession with a likely contraction in its GDP. So you will see the difference in GDP, okay? And it's an RBI report. Remember that. It's not a random something report, some agency's report. It's an RBI report. So you need to understand if RBI is proposing something, that means it is authentic. All right? It is authentic. Okay, so during the July to September period, as we know that this period was the toughest period for our citizens. Why? Because the pandemic situation happened and a complete lockdown occurred. All right, complete lockdown have been ordered by government of India. All right, so according to report of RBI, okay, so this is the situation and it will hamper our economy, no doubt about that. But how we overcome of that situation, we will discuss that in the coming videos as well. But first, we need to understand this technical recession. Look, RBI's Economic Activity Index estimates that India's GDP growth for the second quarter of the current financial year was negative. So basically the second quarter is in negative. So our growth has not come in this second quarter. Why? Because the total lockdown have been occurred. The total lockdown have been occurred. So you need to understand that if the lockdown has occurred, that means there is no such production available and there have been no such production. And the GDP contraction by 8.6% during that quarter. That means contracted my it will be in minus 8.6%. So it's a big damp for India. Look at the growth rate. Look at India GDP annual growth rate from 1951 to 2020. Look at this. You will all see that all the growths, in fact, some of the growths in 1957, we have seen a negative growth. 1960s, we have seen a negative growth, and 70s we have seen a negative growth, and now it is the biggest negative. Look at this. You can clearly see the graph. I have put it here so you can understand the concept of GDP growth. GDP is to understand the GDP, you need to go through economics and you will understand all the GDP quarter. But one thing is that in the second quarter we have seen minus 8.6% of the GDP. Okay, so it's not growth, it's a recession type of thing. Okay, India has entered into a technical recession in the first half of 2020 and 21. That means during from January to July, you can say that you will see a technical recession in the coming year for the first time in its history with Q2 quarter 2. That means the second quarter 2020 and 2020 likely to record the second successive quarter of GDP contraction. So what I'm trying to say is that you will see some hard times in the coming months. Yes, our government is trying to do something, so we will see some progress as well. Our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman has also made a statement that our GDP will improve, but will that? We don't know yet. Okay, it all depends on the situation. So it's all in our hand, how we utilize this situation. Okay, look at this. The RBI report said that at a time when global economic activity is besieged by the outbreak of the second wave of COVID 19, incoming data for the months of October 2020 have brightened the near term outlook for the Indian economy and stirred up consumer and business confidence. So, comparing with the world, where the world has seen a second wave of that pandemics, of that coronavirus, we haven't received any kind of this wave. So what I'm trying to say is that the October month data, the October 2020 month data has been impressive, or you can say it's a bright look. So that's why RBI has announced that we will see some progress in the future. Moody's, look at this. Moody's revised India's GDP forecast to minus 8.9 in 2020. So Moody's rating has, like, India will receive minus 8.9 GDP in 2020. That's harsh, but you need to realize the situation as well. Let's realize that one day, if a day has been observed a lockdown, the loss will be in lakhs of crores. So the government has lockdown. The government has announced the lockdown for 4 months. You can say that 4 months. That means the loss will be huge and your economy will be crashed. But the October data has proved that we have seen some improvement. So it will be a good news because everything will have to recover to get the economy back on track. Look at this contraction in India and elsewhere. In India, you can see that. Just a minute, let me take the highlighter. Look at the India in October to December 29, 4.1. But in July to September, we have seen minus 8.6. And in April to June, we have seen 23.9. So that means it is a problem. In US, we have seen 9% of their contraction. So what I'm trying to say is that every country has suffered between these durations. Okay, between these durations, every country has suffered. Look at China during January to March, where Chinese were facing the pandemic situation in the earlier stage, their economy was also suffered. Now they have improved. Look at this. They are improving. That means after the pandemic situation, there is a bright thing. That means our economy will get back to track. But will it get back to as soon as possible? Let's see. It all depends on our government's policies. So our government is trying to stabilize the economy. Look at the South African economy. It also crashed. UK economy, it also crashed. So every single largest economy has been crashed. Was India's technical recession unexpected? No. Given the nature of the problem, the pandemic, as soon as the lockdown was announced in March, most economists expected the Indian economy to go into recession. In fact, most estimates expect the economy to contract for at least one more quarter. Okay, that is October to December, currently underway. So we will see the progress. We will see the progress in the current situation. Let's hope that our economy will improve. And we have seen that during April to June, we have seen minus 23.9, or you can say approximately minus 24%. But look at the vast improvement. From July to September, we have seen minus 8.6%. And Moody's has also announced that India will receive 8.9%, minus 8.9% GDP. Okay, so you have to be hopeful. And as I have told you, was India's technical recession unexpected? No, because As soon as the lockdown has announced, most of the economists expected the Indian economy to go into recession. But will it move to dreaded situation? We will see in the coming months. Let's hope for the best, and I hope you have enjoyed all the information regarding this video. So why we use Entri app? Look, it's I believe it is one of the largest learning platform for banking exams. And if you go through our banking courses, you will see all the video courses. Look at the foundation course, crash course, RRB crash course, PO crash course. And in fact, recently we are providing PO and clerk mains course as well. So you can go there and watch all the videos available on Entri app. And in fact, you can give a test as well for every exam, whether we're talking about SBI clerk, LIC, SO. Recently we have seen that SO notification has been arrived, and there were lots of vacancies in agriculture and IT. So you need to fulfill these criteria to get. I have made a video, separate video as well on SO, so you can watch that, who can apply and how you can clear, or how the procedure of the examination and what requires to be an agriculture officer or an IT officer. All right, it all depends on the qualification. Okay, so all the things are related. You can go there and you can get all the PDFs available on that platform. And in fact, a day wise syllabus has been announced. So all the things are available on a particular platform. Just go the just go to Play Store and install the Entri app. All right, so that's it from my side, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like it, share, subscribe, and keep liking and keep watching Entri. Till then, thank you.